and move through. I'm so persistent in the moves I make. The moves I make me persistent. Any situation, hands on, you're in a situation. Streets know my reputations. No smoke, no complications. Plus I'm feeling like excellence. Yeah, I'm feeling like excellence. Thought I understood her hope changed back. Thought she was the one, she ain't feeling that. Thought I was the fella, never fought back. The streets say what he's seeing now. Thought I understood her hope changed back. Thought she was the one, she ain't feeling that. Thought I was the fella, never fought back. The streets say what he's seeing now.
What's up? What's up? What's up, everybody? And you already know what time it is. It's consulting time with your girl, Lily May. And you have been listening to the tunes of a couple of our esteemed guests tonight. And so I am so excited to have a couple of individuals with me whom we have grown to know and love. And the first esteemed guest of the evening is a beautiful young lady. I'm talking, she is gorgeous. Not gorgeous, but gorgeous. And I'm going to let her introduce herself simply because we know her in a couple of different lights. And I think that only she can do justice relative to truly introducing herself and telling the world who she is. And so, guys, tonight, without further ado, I present to you Miss Meelah. Hey,
Oh, hi, girl. Thank you for that beautiful introduction. Thank you, sis. What's up? How
welcome.
you doing? How are you?
I can't call it. I can't call it. I need
Girl,
Corona to calm
girl,
down.
girl. It's a lot, sis.
Corona is tripping.
It's a whole lot. But I'm so happy to, have a moment to escape it all, girl, and have a little woman chat with you tonight, okay?
Yes.
And have a moment's
Meelah,
away. I done locked my son out the door. Get out, look, out the room, get out.
look, tell the children who you are.
Okay, Trent. For those of you listening, honey, my name is Meelah. Camila, Meelah. I am a singer-songwriter. I've been around for a minute. I'm sure most of you are familiar with me or know me from my girl group of the late '90s, early 2000s, 702. I was the lead singer of 702, and I've been on this solo journey for a minute. You might have caught me on R&B Divas. You might go as far as trying to deem me as music soul child baby mama. Tried it. My name is Meelah, and
Hello, somebody.
okay, singer songwriter. Okay, been in the game 20 plus years, and I'm just I'm Meelah, somebody's mother, and Zachariah's mother.
Mila,
Oh.
you have not changed one bit.
I try, girl. I try to. You know, life has definitely changed me. I'll be honest, because we all go through highs and lows and woes and ins and outs and everything in between. So, um, I've been tested and tried, but I'm still standing, and I'm grateful to God. I'm here, and I pride myself. I try and do my best in humility. I try to be and remain humble. That's what I've always been taught from my mother, and that's how I was raised, to be humble and kind to everybody. And it's like, you ain't nobody to nobody else, boo. So,
Tell
I,
it. Tell it.
I try and be humble at the same time. Every now and again, I got to give them, a little bitch too. Cause every now and again, I think people tend to take my kindness as weakness and they don't really know my personality well. So they assume because most of the time I'm nice that, I could be a pushover, and that's definitely not the case. But, I try to really just stay centered and grounded, because we live in a world now that's just so mean. Everybody is mean, girl, and nasty. And honey, the people love to read for filth, honey, and the people love to come for you, honey, and don't send
And
for
that's
this
why
and
you're
don't for
here.
that. And it's just
But
like,
that's why you're here. And you know what, Mila? I like to let everybody know. That's why it's consulting time exists, because This platform is about paying homage to those who have come before, those who are now. Mila, I salute you for your diligence, for your perseverance. And that's why I'm so glad that when you come here, we're not talking about the gossip. We're not talking about the foolish. We're talking about Mila and what she has going on and the contribution she has given to the world.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
And honey, let me tell you something. If you don't know how you had me dancing back in the day, and the crazy thing is, it's like when I say back in the day, I have to really realize how old I am. And I'm like, wait a minute.
Listen, I know
We
because
were all the same age. We were all the same age.
woo, listen, I know. I have to remind myself. I be pinching myself sometimes. Like, hold up, wait a minute. I'm in the 40-40 club, and I've been in here for a second now. Oh,
But girl, look, girl, you still 21. You still 21, and we're gonna keep it like that.
that's right. Okay, we youthful
But,
forever.
but Mila, this is about you. So tell everybody what Mila is doing now and what she has forthcoming.
So for the past 3 years, I have been working on an album since 2017. I never stopped working on music. Over the years, I've always stayed in somebody's studio, honey, doing something, whether it was for my project or someone else's, whether I was writing for them, singing backgrounds on their stuff, singing backgrounds with them on the road. I mean, I stayed in music. Thankfully, by the grace of God, I've been able to sustain myself that way. And I lived in LA for 10 years, almost 11 years, and now I've been in Atlanta, honey, almost 11 years. My God, today. But so I've been working on this album for a very long time,
Mhm.
and I put it on hold for a while because in 20 what I think the latter end of 2017, 702 got back together. I got 702 back together, and we did some touring, and so I put the album on pause, and so now I'm I'm really ready to go ahead and drop this thing, man. I put it on hold long enough, and I'm ready to get it out. I'm sick of it just kind of like lingering in my mind and in my head, honey, because I eat, sleep, and breathe it. And I'm like, oh, child, just let the people hear it
Mhm.
already. I'm such a
Mhm.
perfectionist, and I overthink, and I tend to overanalyze. And I'm like, okay, no, I'm not ready. I don't want this to come out yet. Wait, let me add this. Let me fix this. Let me dot this I and cross this T. Okay, put it out already. So now I'm excited because I'm like, all right, I'm ready to get it out. I was in a really interesting place emotionally when I started it, and I was just in my feelings, girl, going through it, and I kind of appreciate that though, because I finally had something to really say, something to really write about. Pain to do that to you. And
Mhm.
but I felt like someone could could relate to what I was writing and singing about. I mean, it ain't nothing different from any other relationship song that you've heard, I'm sure. But this is finally my testimony and my journey, and I like to kind of refer to it as like an audio journal, if you will. I know for a fact, not just females, men too. Everybody's been hurt, and I
Yes.
approached it out of in a space of just being really frustrated with love and being very much heartbroken, and I was angry. So I started it that way, but as time went on and I began to heal through my music, and it became very therapeutic for me. So I've
Yes.
seen myself grow, and I've seen myself evolve, as a songwriter, as an individual, as an artist, as a person. So working on getting that out for y'all, because I'm so ready for y'all to hear this thing, okay? And
Yes.
so that I can start
Yes.
on looks like I can start on something else
And
and move
you
on.
know, if you want to give us some runs or something right now, you
Okay,
definitely can. If
okay.
you want
Give
to
y'all
give
some
us
little
a
one,
little
little
A,
1 2 1 2. I know, right? Girl, I mean, first of all, I have so much going on. I just moved, right? I chose to move, which is crazy in the middle of the pandemic. Hence my plain white wall. I
oh, okay, okay.
just moved in, and I'm like, oh my God, wait, I ain't even child. I got to get my nooks and crannies together. I'm still unpacking, but that has taken up most of my time. Just getting in a new feng shui, a new space, a new
Mhm.
environment. You know what I mean? Which has been really beautiful for me because it's allowed me to just be in a different space. You don't even understand sometimes how being in a cluttered space or in a space that's just like not conducive, to your
Yeah,
just being creative or just being happy and healthy. Like, girl, that really it matters. You be
I
walking around your
definitely.
house
Oh,
trying to figure out why you
absolutely.
so sad and why you so. or what, why am I so stressed out? Why I got so much anxiety? Like sometimes you just really need to switch up your backdrop. I mean, I'm not saying everybody could just up and move, but you feel me? It's just like
Yes.
it was a great thing. It feels so good now to be in a new space. So I'm working on just really getting into my home ownership, domestic vibes, just like trying to figure
Yes.
out gardening and trying to figure out like, do I have a green thumb? Probably not, but we go,
Don't feel bad,
I'm
honey.
figuring it out. I got time. We got no time. But outside of
Yes.
that, I had a few shows that I had lined up that kind of got all child
I know. I
shut
know.
down, by this whole thing. But God is good. I'm continuing to try and stay creative. So I wrote a children's book a while ago, and I kind of just put it on hold. And I'm like, why I got this thing sitting on ice? Um, I have so much time now. So what I'm doing now is trying to self-publish my little children's book, which I'm so excited about. It's a rhyming book, and I love all things children. I did a children's album a few years back, and so I want to continue to do things, all things
Okay.
children, for my, in honor of my son. Because for those of you who don't know, I have a son who's on the autism spectrum, and so that's like number one for me. That's like my number one priority.
Near and dear to my
Um,
heart. Near and dear,
listen,
honey.
like
I
that has
taught school for almost
changed
5
my
years.
entire, focus, and
Yes,
I realize my purpose now, which is bigger than doing a music video and 5, 6, 7, 8, girl. It's like your life
honey.
is real. But I'm grateful because it opened my eyes to so many different things. So I wrote the children's book. I'm going to put that out. I've got some different autism paraphernalia and
Okay.
clothing that I'm working on. That's all things autism. I
Oh,
opened my little shop, but I ain't announced it yet because I'm still a little self conscious. I feel like, okay, hold on, let
okay,
me make sure my
speak for
products is
you.
right.
Okay.
You want your products to be right, and because I know,
Hmm.
honey, because the children will let me have it, honey. They will come for me and let me have it. So let me continue to test these items,
Yes, yes.
before I go live with them. But yeah, so just the goal is to become, continue being an entrepreneur, but a serial entrepreneur, a successful entrepreneur, because
Yes,
you can be the jack of all trades, honey, and a master of none. So I don't want that to happen. There are some other reality show opportunities that have come across my desk. I don't know that I'm going to take them or not. We'll see if it makes sense. If it makes sense, because girl, it's just crazy out here on these reality show streets, and I just don't even know if my
you know,
mental
Meelah, it's
is ready for
interesting
all
that
of
you
that.
said that. It's so interesting that you said that because, and you know what, I'm gonna take it there. I just feel like sometimes we have allowed the powers that be to purchase us into what you want to portray to the world versus us being us.
Listen, you
Did I
better
tell
say it.
you the wrong thing, girl?
You better say it. And listen, it's so facts, sis. And you know what? It's pressure. It's so much pressure now because of social media, because of reality TV.
Mhm, mhm.
And you got these young girls and guys that's out here in these streets that don't really know who they are, and they're aspiring to be what they see on TV, which they think is, what they're supposed to be, because those are the things that get the most likes and the blue check mark. And it's like, not really, but are those people even happy? You know what I'm saying? Look, don't get me wrong. I'm not shitting on nobody's checks, okay? Trust me, I did a reality show, so I'm not judging. At the same time, it was a little bit of a different type, you know what I mean? But some people just, I get the fact that we live in different times, and some people don't have um, the same opportunities as others. And now there are more opportunities out there with being
Mhm.
on platforms like reality TV. And I think a lot of it it glistens to a lot of people, and it shines, and they are so excited by it. Pardon me. And so they ready. They want to be about that
Those
life.
were the powers that be. The powers that be didn't want you to tell the truth, so they did that.
Look, I choose projects that make sense for me.
Okay.
And all money ain't good money. Um, and Trust me, we in desperate times. Trust me, girl. Like I said, all the shows got canceled. Ain't like the coins is limited. Understand that. However, you just got to, for me, like, I got to think about more than just myself. I got to think about my son first. And so some people say, right, so go get that coin. You got to feed your child. But then it's like, but to what, at what expense? You know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Because people
Absolutely.
out here losing their minds. Like, it's crazy.
Hmm.
These executives, it's a lot going on. Like, at what expense, But so we'll see. If and then you have people say, look, if it's making money, girl, because if it ain't making a dollar, it don't make sense. But then if it do make a dollar, like, do you go and do it just because
Exactly.
and act a fool, honey? That stuff is stressful. I can only like. Can you imagine? Whew, having to go through all of that for how many months do they film and just constantly just bickering and bickering and bickering and bickering and
To the point where you
it's
start to think that
draining.
like, I think the part for me is have been on set
Hmm.
and you continue to portray this character to the point where
Mm.
you really start thinking like that. And my thing
Yeah,
is, I need
you
to be
become
me.
that person. Yeah.
Hmm.
Hmm.
I'm gonna be me, and I notice that even being on set, I always come through my characters, and it's just kind of like, okay, I'm not about to get caught up in this foolishness. Mm-hmm.
And it's easy to, again, no judgment on those that, because it works for some. It works for,
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
some people take the opportunity and do what, is the smart thing to do with it, which is run with it and
Mm-hmm.
multiply, flip that money and turn yourself into an empire. I get that. And some people have done it better than others, greater than others. Like,
Yeah.
I
Yep.
get it. And then sometimes it's not that people don't even necessarily get it. People have to understand sometimes what's for them is for them, and what's for you is for you. And that just may not be your fate or your destiny. It just
That's
may not.
it.
You know what I'm saying?
That's
Everybody's
it.
not meant to be a singing star, a freaking fashion model, a reality star, an actor. Like, that's not
Some of
everybody.
us are
That's
meant
not
to be
everybody's trajectory.
supporters, and it's okay.
And it's
And it's
okay.
okay.
It's
And
okay.
I
Look,
think,
I had to learn that too. Like, people ask me when I do. I've been doing a lot of interviews since I finally have moved and been able to move. So, uh, uh, people ask me, well, do you feel like do you feel like the underdog, Meelah? Do you ever feel like the I feel like you're so underrated, and I'm like, I don't feel that way. For several reasons, because I feel like I came in at a very early age and made a very impactful mark in this industry and contribution in this industry, and to this day, like, I feel like this generation is learning about who Meelah is in my music, because this music, my music is with 702 is being um, sampled still. You know what I'm saying?
boy,
Um, I mean,
girl,
listen, I'm blessed. I'm not complaining, and God knows what you can handle too. Outside of 702, like, I'm still able to work with these young kids and give my input and mentor and stuff like that. I don't feel underrated at all, because I'm like, do you understand how many people my age, when I was what, like 17? The first album, we did 3 albums, I was like 17. A lot of people my age back then would have loved to have done that. Or a lot of people even older to this day would love to be like, hey, look what I did.
that's
But guess what? But God knows too what you can handle. It
me.
might not, it might not have been for me, girl, to go all the
Stop
way.
it.
Because baby,
Stop it. Stop
I don't
it.
know. I don't know if I could handle it. I don't know.
You
I
know
might
what's
have been.
interesting?
I might have been a hot ass man. I don't know.
You know what's so
Had I lost my
interesting?
mind?
But Mila, it's so funny because the person that's getting ready to come and talk to me after you,
Mm.
shout out to Young LA, because I see you backstage,
Hey,
boy. I see you back there.
what's up, young
um,
LA?
but Young LA, when I just heard what you said, I even watch him, and he out here working with
Grinding.
individuals, supporting individuals. Let me tell y'all something. For all of y'all youngins out there that don't know who Meelah is, she already told you who she is. And I feel disrespected when you call her underdog. So let me just put that out there. Cause baby, where
That's
my
so
girls
real.
at from the front to back? What?
I know. Listen, that was just in the Lima Rita commercial. What, two summers ago, baby? They DM'd your girl and said, "Girl, can we use this in the Lima Rita commercial, girl?" I said, "Yes, coins. Okay, 20. How long? How old is the song? 20 years. Um, and that's just
Oh,
one
girl,
record.
you just dated me. Wait a minute.
It came out in 1999, girl. Ooh. I
Mm-hmm,
know. Isn't that crazy? How many? Yeah, I can't
mm-hmm,
count like that, but that's. I mean, the thing is, it's like, look, I don't go around with my resume or my my catalog on my head, my
mm-hmm.
discography on my head. Like, for what? Again, like I have what I did with 702. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. I have songs that I've written for other artists, with other artists. I'm blessed. I'm grateful. Do people know that? No, because I don't walk around and talk about it. IMDb me, do whatever you want to do. I don't really care. Like, the point is, I'm grateful because I'm able to sustain, from these things. and
You did that. You
and
did that.
yeah, God
Point
is good. Like,
blank,
girl,
period.
but see, I've always been okay with being, on the low with mine. You know what I'm saying? I'll be in the background, and you don't know what I got going on. I move in silence. You feel me? And because everybody don't need to know what you got going on anyway. People know,
Because
see.
sometimes they want to know so they can do what? So they can block it. But we're not having no
Sitting hate
blocking.
on the blessing, honey. Look, yeah, my mother taught me that
Mila,
too.
look, you already know. We could sit here and we can go all night because I know it's
Yes,
there. It's
we
there.
see
It's already
we see
there.
each other. Yes,
That's it. But before you go, I need you
yes.
to tell everybody where they can find you and where they can find the projects that are on the way.
So my handles are the same across the board. It's Meelah. My name, it's in front of it. ITSMEELAH. It's Meelah. That's on Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram, of course. And I actually have music out there right now. I have a song that I released, um, I think last year, year before. I'm always just throwing little nuggets. I got
Oh,
Do What I Feel Like is out there. Hashtag
okay.
I Do What I Feel Like. That's on all platforms. Desert Love. Um, Why You Mad? Okay, and I have a duet with my homeboy, super fire R&B record, called Four Seasons. Stannis Smith featuring Meelah. Just type in Meelah. You'll see my children's album. You'll see all my little nuggets out there, streaming platforms. So Give It to You with Music Soul Child. I did that a few years ago, but that song still goes hard. I love that record. Got a video for it and everything. Y'all go Google it. It's on YouTube. It's out there. Thank you for the support, by the way. Everybody that does know
Yes,
about my little nuggets that I drop, thank you for the support. Thank you for your
yes.
patience. Thank y'all so much for all the love. I really do appreciate everybody.
And we ready. We ready for this album, girl.
Yay! Thank y'all. Don't give up on me. I'm coming, girl.
But we know
It's
you
coming.
gotta
I
get the
want to
house
make sure
straight
it's
first.
right. I can't give y'all no junk. Gosh. But
Oh,
thank you, sis. Thank
Mila,
you for today. I appreciate you so much.
you are so welcome. And look, salute.
Thank you, sis. Back at you. I love
Salute.
what you're doing. So keep it up.
Thank
Thank you so much.
you.
Thank you for giving us these platforms. I appreciate it.
And I'm ready. And I'm ready to hear the album. So we
It's
gotta.
coming. Yes, girl. I'm done. I just need to, I'm just perfecting it, but I'm finally done with all the recording. So we good.
All
Okay.
right, that's cool.
All right.
Well, I'll talk to
Enjoy the
you
rest of
later,
your night.
Mila.
Bye.
Be
Good
blessed,
talking to
baby.
you. Bye bye.
Guys, you just heard it. Definitely, definitely, definitely. You have to understand that Mila has been around, right? She has been around for a while and she's still making it do what it do. Point blank, period. So, Young LA was backstage. I'm not sure where he went because he definitely was backstage, but we got to keep the road on the show. So, the next gentleman to the platform is another vocalist. Absolutely super duper dope, guys. I love music. I love music, particularly the vocals, and just soothing music. It just does something to me. It does something to my soul to just listen to music and to hear the words. And so James Worthy hails from Queens, New York, right? And he is just a interesting individual. But guess what? Let me go ahead and bring Young LA to the platform because if I don't go ahead and bring Young LA out here, he gonna leave me. What do we do?
What's up? What's happening?
I can't call it. What's up?
Man, eat some Big Daddies right quick. Jaleel Campbellton, my favorite soul food spot. Eat me some Big Daddy.
Why didn't you go to This Is It?
I don't like This Is It over Big Daddy.
Well, see, I have never been to Big Daddy, so I'm gonna go to Big Daddy. When I come out there next week, I'm going to Big Daddy,
Hello,
and I'm
hello.
gonna tell them you told me to come
No
now.
Kizzy, tell him LA sent you no Kizzy. Yes, Sirski.
Look, you know the children should know who you are, but for the children that don't know, Young LA, tell them who you are out here.
I'm futuristic Leland. I'm black boy, white boy Leland Austin. I'm Mr. Elroy, Mr. Elroy Jetson, Mr. Futuristic, baby. You see what I'm trying to tell you?
I'm not fooling with you right now. I'm not fooling.
Uh-huh. And I probably have songs with most of you guys' favorite artists streaming from Gucci Man to Young Thug to T.I. to a lot of names. I mean, I can name Lil Boosie, Cameron. I can keep going.
But you
But I
got your
mean,
own, because you know you had us rocking.
nah, it's all good. It's all
You know
good.
you had us rocking. Cause baby, when that ain't how you come on, I be getting it.
Yep. Yes,
Hey,
sir. Yes, Sirski.
hey. But young lady, tell me something.
What's happening?
How has the industry changed from when you first came out to now?
Um, I mean, I think I brought in a wave of just the new young artists who came in the game, right? Like when street rap was going on, as far as you had Jeezy's popping, the Gucci Mans, the T.I.s, and it was more of a kind of street type, trap street feel. I feel like I came in and kind of changed it. I was the start of that wave that started to change things for this next generation or for this culture of music, not only from the sound but the fashion. Like I got ridiculed a lot for wearing skinny jeans and for kicking the whole black boy, white boy shit, when I first came in. But, as a trendsetter, when you kick doors down, you always gonna have that, and then when people start to understand the movement, then they attach themselves. And now when I look up, the movement is as big as I ever seen it. And it's like everywhere, it's like I just see myself in like so many pieces of new artists. Like it's no
Okay.
cap. So, that's what keeps me going, being a trendsetter and being an innovator. But the difference is right now, only difference I see is just the digital game as far as streaming and things like that. Because if you was in a time where you had to sell albums or used to people going to the store, if you can't adapt that, that's not how it go no more. Everything is at the finger of a button. People are streaming, people are downloading. The whole game has changed. So if you can't not adapt and you call yourself an artist, then you're not a real artist, because an artist can't adapt to whatever the sound is, wherever the game is going. That's what a real artist is. That's Leland Austin. Don't
Oh,
play with me. Hello.
hello, somebody. You better put some somebody on it.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right. You just you know something. You really just spoke a word, LA, for real, for real.
Right.
Hey, wait a minute. First of all, you don't got to get in your plate. What did you get?
Can I turn my camera on here?
Yes, you can't. Well, you on your phone. I don't know if you can turn it on.
Yeah,
You
I
might have
am.
to turn the phone over.
All right. So I had some that steam okra. I
All
had some
right,
I had
then, happy.
I had vegetables. I gotta have my greens because I'm on this little eating thing. And I had some baked chicken. So
Oh, okay. You want to be? Do you want to be like Popeye, or you trying to be like Mike Tyson?
who you say who now?
You want to be like Popeye? You remember Popeye the Sailor Man, or you want to be Mike Tyson?
Nah, I don't want to go too outrageous. I'm just trying to stay fit, stay healthy, and stay blessed for the mess. You see what I'm saying? Because we too blessed to be stressed.
Hey, I love it. I love it. So, all
Mhm.
right, LA. What's next for you though? Cause you've done a lot, and you
Man.
always working.
I think the sky's the limit. I think
Okay.
now I've reached into the season of mogul, and that means diversifying my portfolio. Diversifying. the things that I'm adding to me, not just music. I'm getting my body right now. We doing like I'm trying to get this runway shit popping once this COVID let us start moving and get back. I always been a fly individual, a fly in word. Don't play with you, girl. Girl, you better not play with you. You better not play with you.
You're not about to get on that runway, LA. You not about to do it.
Yeah, but it's just, I feel like that's all part of entertainment. I feel like music and fashion is married. You know what I'm saying? People say the sports players want to be rappers and the rappers want to play ball. You know what I'm saying? And that's sometimes how it goes because we're so tied into, you think about sports and hip hop and you think about fashion. All of it kind of trickles into each other somewhere. You know what I'm saying?
That's true.
So, I feel like that's a part of me, fashion, the shit I'm doing with the clothing line, and not only that, also trying to walk these runways. Cause don't play with me. I put that shit on for real.
Wait a minute. Hold up. You really want to see how you supposed to walk the runway? You want that?
Man,
You,
I want
you
that.
think
That's what I'm trying
that?
to tell you.
You may not be
Periana.
ready. You may not be ready. That's the whole runway.
Girl, you better Periana. Period. Pooh. You you better not play with you, Periana. Tell them we know the city girls made period, Pooh. But tell them Young LA put a spin on it. I say Periana. Yeah.
I
Hello.
like it.
Periana, baby. Don't play with
So,
us.
do you see movies? Because you are so, like, you're number one, you are so animated, and I just absolutely love it. So, have you thought about like casting for any cartoons or anything?
We got stuff in the play even with the film side. Cause I started in a comedy called Finesse, which was a movie shot and it's on Netflix. It was on Redbox. It's everywhere, but
Okay.
it's a movie with Zaytoven, and it was his follow up from Birds of a Feather. So
Shout out to Zaytoven.
Finesse 2 is on the way. I'm in the first Finesse. So I'm doing that too. Like I'm doing like the fashion shit, getting my body right, like we doing, like I'm trying to dip into the film. If you watch all my latest releases, like my videos, they all been having like a cinematic type feel where I've been doing like a lot of kind of not acting, but just naturally being me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Lordy, that you look, it's so dope, and I think it's just even better that you're now able to put it all together. Cause yeah, your swag has always been sick for real.
Yeah,
For real.
I've been able to tie it all together, but I had to tie everything together through adversity, through not knowing at first, through learning, through the learning curves, through just maturating just as a man. You know what I'm saying? Because sometimes if you can't get it right as an individual, it's hard to get your artistry right. You know what I'm saying? So when you serious about something, you got to be serious about it 360, like all the way around. Like I can't say I'm serious about my artistry and I don't want to learn as a man, or I don't want to get wiser and make better decisions, or I don't want to be the best father I can. Like all that shit matter. You know what I'm saying? And if that shit ain't in line, then hey man, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna have a hard time on the artistry part, you know what I'm saying?
Can
And
you speak that thing? Can you just speak that thing?
I'm a speaker, but you can only speak this when you've been through this shit. You know what I'm saying? One thing about my fans, my whole career been an open book. All my fans seen me at my highs, they seen me at the mediums, they seen me at the lows, they seen me make mistakes in front of everybody. States that cause humiliations, mistakes that cause um let's see, I'll say humiliation, I say pain, you know what I'm saying, emotional stuff like that. But when you tied to something you love so much, even through the passion, the pain, the ups and the downs, like you just stay with that thing because people don't understand your love and your passion for something that you really love. And that's why I tell these artists, love what you do. If it's not from the heart, if you're not doing something you're passionate about, it's gonna be hard to stay right there.
You
You
just
know?
spoke a word. Like you, what you honestly, you can't come on here and get me emotional. I'm supposed to get you emotional. So what's
Right.
up? Like, how you gonna come on here and get me emotional? But
No,
I
but
agree. I
But
agree. One
guess
hundred
what?
percent.
In certain areas of your life, you may have seen it, you know what I'm saying, or experienced and kind of know. And that's what's the beautiful thing about life when you can get in a position to talk about this stuff and you and
Yeah.
your, you know what I'm saying, you the best version of yourself. And look at you over there, you glowing, girl. You still young. You got your youth. You got too much time to do
Woo,
it. And
child, let me
people
tell you
always
something, baby.
no, because people always try to do it in their timing. But
That's
this
it.
thing is done in seasons because we don't control if we wake up or what we do. It's something higher. So you might have not just hit your season for that yet. You might hit your season. Somebody might hit a season at 22. You might not hit your season at 36. But that's the beautiful thing about life is the experience, and nobody walk is the same. So I'm not
Oh.
trying to compete. I'm not no angry rapper, or if I'm not. It's because I'm cool with who I am. You know what I'm saying? I'm not in competition. I'm cool in my skin, and I know that. Guess what? When my season comes, ain't nobody gonna be able to stop my season. Cause I had to struggle and go through too much to get to my season. So when I get to my season, mine gonna overflow. You see what I'm saying?
You know what? Look, this the second time that I told you got 3 strikes. This the second time you keep on speaking. You just keep on speaking, but I did my research, and thank you for saying that I look so young with my one earring because I got
You
you by a couple of months.
huh?
I
You better
got you by
work it.
a couple of months because you are 86, baby. I'm
You
an
better work it.
85.
You better work it, girl. You better work that.
So what I
And
need
so
you to
what
do?
I'm saying is like we're in a position like it's so much ahead of us. You know what I'm saying? There's still so much we haven't seen, learned, don't know how to do yet, and just the embracement of all that. And when I look back on everything I've already accomplished, if I don't do one more thing, if I don't accomplish one more thing, he's already been good enough to me. I mean, my
Mm.
family okay, my kids okay, everybody healthy during this pandemic time. Like I'm blessed, people sometimes measure their blessings off of materials and things that can be added to you, but those are not my blessings. Like I'm healthy for real, for real. Like my mind is good for real, for real. I'm speaking entrepreneurship over my whole situation every day for real. So I'm great. I'm blessed. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my God. I don't even know. You know what? One of the things I normally ask you guys to do is to, just drop some pearls of wisdom for all
Yeah.
the aspiring artists. But LA, you've been dropping wisdom the whole time you've been speaking. And let me tell you something. Like, I the season that we are in,
Mm.
because people don't understand why this pandemic had to come. See, everybody
Yep.
complaining about corona. I'm
Yep.
not complaining.
But what I have embraced it. It has did wonders for me. I said, "What, girl?" I said, "Now tell me this was gonna happen like this. I ain't know all this was gonna come out of a
If it
time
wasn't
like
no pandemic, I wouldn't have met you.
this."
You feel what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
People not looking at this thing, and I feel like just from the conversation that we are having, people not looking at this thing from the eyes that we share. But you
Right.
can't look at it from the eyes that we share if you're not in alignment with the eyes and who does
Yes.
see the eyes.
Yes. Yep. You're
So I'm
right.
with
You got to be in alignment. If you can't line up with that thing, you can't see it. You know.
that look like sweet potatoes, but
Yeah, it's souffle. It's souffle, girl. Don't
I
play with
know.
him. You better not play. But this
So
interview
LA,
has been so great.
everybody where they can find you.
Huh?
Tell everybody where they can find you.
If you on this Zoom right now, I'm telling you now, I'm gonna know if you lying too. If y'all on here looking and ain't following instructions and stuff, but go
Oh
follow me
God.
at YoungLA underscore YUNGLA underscore on my Instagram. My Snapchat is YoungLA underscore 4. So it's the same thing as Instagram, just YoungLA underscore. Y'all go follow me right now. I'm gonna be doing a lot of popping in 1 minute. I'm gonna let y'all come pop in for me.
Lord. No, see, I'm trying to stay away from the Snapchat because the children they need to continue to see me as so quiet and sweet and innocent. So I be trying to stay away from the Snapchat in the spirit. Because
Well,
sometimes the might take hold.
they need to do something, man. I'll tell you what, this corona thing, but these school kids, boy, I tell you, y'all done finessed the game. Y'all just was out of school for a half a year, 6 straight months. Now, hold on now. Somebody got to be on their last nerve. I'm telling you. 6 months, ain't been to school or nothing. Hey man, I need to send y'all somewhere. Do anybody know somewhere I can send mine? Hello. For real.
But you know, I'm worried about them, to be honest, because think about the kids that really need that one-on-one instruction that
That's
can't
what
learn
do you
independently.
and you know how many parents I have heard say I cannot teach them that stuff?
Mhm, mhm, mhm.
And they need to understand it because, like you say, it's kids out here who need that real teaching and learning that one-on-one, that intimate time. You feel me?
That's it. That's it.
And
That's it.
so but shout out to the government and shout out to coronavirus. And we see y'all. You know what I'm saying? We see y'all. We recognize y'all. And guess what? We know how to stay out your way. You know what I'm saying?
I know that's right.
Know how to get out the way. Stack, pray, and stay out the way.
I hold up. Wait a minute. Where my pants? You know I'm taking it, and I'm put it
Girl,
on the stack,
girl,
parade, and stay out the way,
stay
not
out
the way.
the way. Yes, sir.
LA, thank you for coming to chop it up with me. And I just might see you next week, but absolutely.
Thank you, Boo Thing. Well, shout out to Johnny Cabell, my manager, for putting this
Hey,
together, getting us on this
Johnny!
team together.
Hold up, let's Millie
Johnny,
Rock.
a beat down. Oh, nay, nay. Oh. Get in there, get in there, get in there. Yeah, yeah. You know. So we don't play. But I enjoyed this interview, Pooh.
And look, it's this just the beginning. We got work to do. Because if you trying to get on that runway, baby, you're gonna have to learn how to really walk.
So guess what? Hey, I'm coming to see you.
I got you, baby. I got you.
I'm coming to see you.
I
No
got
teasing.
you. Peace and love, King. And until the next time, which will be
Okay, Boo.
soon,
Okay,
love you
Boo.
this much.
Okay. Bye, babe. Bye, Boo.
Guys, that was Young LA. And so look, now for real, I gotta bring James Worthy on here. James, because you was getting ready to come up here and you already know I had to get Young LA because Young LA was chilling backstage, having a good time. Then he would pop out, then he'll come back. But guess what? We got him on there, and what a blessing it was. What a blessing it was. So, guys, as I was saying, James Worthy is absolutely a dope individual. And so, James, I need you to turn that camera on so we can really make it happen.
What up?
What's up? Look, I know you probably backstage like, that's not me.
It's all good.
But you know what? One thing I love is that everybody here understands the process and everybody is enjoying themselves. And so, thank you so much for being here with me this evening.
No problem. I appreciate
Um,
you having me.
your music, baby, you trying to get people in trouble.
Oh, for real? That's what it is.
But look, first and foremost, tell everybody who you are, sweetie.
Who am I? Man, I'm a lot of things, but to sum it up, I'm a producer, I'm a songwriter, I'm a recording artist, I'm an actor, I'm an entrepreneur, just somebody who's just in entertainment. You know, I've been doing it since I was 10 years old, been in the industry since I was 15. Um, I've done a lot of things, worked with a lot of people. Yeah, it's been a crazy journey.
All right. So, before you decided to go out on your own limb, were you a part of a group?
Yeah, actually, I was.
Okay.
About 3 years ago, I joined a group, myself and another gentleman, and it was funny. We put out one single, and
Mm-hmm.
that one single charted top 10 on Billboard, which was like our first debut single we ever put out. Period. That's the first song I ever been on as an artist, and it was just kind of crazy. That was just like my introduction to artistry, and it
Mm-hmm.
just kind of took off from there, and the rest was history.
Okay, okay. So James, what has your career development been like? Like I know that this industry really you never know from one day to the next what it's going to be like. So what has your career been like?
Oh man, just a lot of ups and downs, a lot of triumphs, a lot of downfalls, a lot of twists and turns with trying to, keep up with the industry and how things have changed throughout the years, and adapting and different things like that. But I mean, my story is pretty interesting because man, if you haven't had the chance to meet Michael Jackson in your life, and he told you that you was gonna be something special, yeah, that's what really changed a lot for me. You know what
Yes,
I mean? So
yes.
when that happened, that was just like an eye opener. Like, I'm doing what I need to be doing. I just got to stay the course. You know what I mean? And really understand who I want to be in the game, and what I really want to do with it and make a difference, and not really follow anybody else. Just make my own blueprint.
Mm. I'm so glad you said that. And you know what's funny, James? And I get real filled up when you guys drop that jewel because the industry right now is full of individuals who are trying to portray someone else.
Yeah.
And when I wait, it's so funny when you're a child, and you're like, oh, I want to be like my mama when I grow up. I want to be like my daddy, or I want to be like, for me, I just love Whitney Houston and I love Aretha Franklin. So I'm gonna be like Miss Aretha when I get older.
Right. Right.
But James, you're James. You been alongside Michael Jackson, but you're still James, and you're operating in the manifestation of James Worthy, and Worthy itself speaks volumes.
Right.
But I just feel like, how do we teach the aspiring artists and the youngins coming through the industry that it's okay to be you?
I mean, well, it starts with self. You know what I mean? It starts with yourself. Like you really got to understand who you are as a person, and you
Mhm.
got to understand not only yourself but this business. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of people that want to get into the business, and they think that they could be recording artists, or they think they could be, rappers, singers, producers, songwriters, whatever it is, and they don't put the work in to actually perfect their craft, or they don't put the work in to actually learn the business and learn how to actually have longevity, get paid, learn about building a brand, learn about publishing, and long lasting money. You know what I mean? All of those things are very important when you're in the music business. And it's called business for a reason, because don't nobody care about you. You care about yourself.
You know what, James? Look, I'm gonna give it. You can have the platform. It's yours for the rest of the day. Do you not understand that a part of why this platform exists is to pay homage to you guys, to pay homage to individuals who came before us, but to also pay homage to those of you right now that are truly operating in the manifestation of your gift and your talent, and not in the manifestation of trying to get off, if you feel what I'm saying.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And the other part of this platform is just what it says, it's consulting time. Consulting, the definition of consulting is providing professional advice. James, what you just said, these labels and managers aren't teaching these babies that.
Oh no. And they won't. They won't, because all labels and these companies they're pretty much imprints to make money off of you. They don't have an invested interest for your best interest. You know what I mean? If that went over y'all head, I'm gonna say that again. They don't have invested interest in your best interest,
Mm.
because the end goal is to get a dollar out of you. And if they can't anymore, then where do you go?
James, I have to, and I have to direct you to do this when you get off. I want you to go to Sky 4 Records, and it's SKY, IV,
Mm.
records.net. And I want you to look at that website because one of the things that for me I said I would never do in my life was support a record label
Mm,
because I had seen too much.
mm.
But James, I never ever met a CEO of a record label that spoke your language, that spoke of giving services without money. I said, what?
But see, also too, there's two sides because because I consult artists too, and what I tell artists a lot of times too is you want to deal with people that of course have your best interests, and you want to be smart about that with whoever you're dealing with. But you got to also understand that this is a business, and nothing is for free, and nothing is handed to you. You have to put in your work. So you can't expect a record label to say, hey, I'm gonna give you X, Y, and Z amount of money and not expect a return.
Absolutely.
You know what I
Absolutely.
mean? Because a lot of times artists get that misconstrued to say, hey, well, so and so believe in me and so want to give me money, blah blah blah. And that's the same thing with a major record label. They're gonna give you an advance, but that advance
That's
has to
it.
be paid back with
That's
interest.
it.
If you
That's
can't
it.
sell, then you're in a bind. Same thing with an independent label. If they're investing in you, there is invested interest to get a return. And if you
That's
can't do that, then you're going to get yourself in trouble. So if you know that off rip, then it all goes back to building your brand and building your value. And if you have no value, then how are you going to bring value to somebody else?
wow. You know what, James? It started with Meelah, and then LA came on here. Y'all are not coming in my house and doing this. I'm
Hey,
supposed to be
I've been around the
telling
block.
the truth.
I've been around the block. I've seen it all. I've done it.
Absolutely,
I
absolutely.
know how it go.
Well, James, what I'd like for you to do as we wrap up, I want you to first and foremost tell the people what's next for James Worthy and where they can find you on social media.
So right now, I just released a new single, myself and Jay Holiday called Gold Mine,
Okay.
which is available everywhere. It will be hitting it all your radio stations this week. We are shooting
Okay.
a video really, really soon, so I can't wait to show everybody that. Working on my
Okay.
debut album, so it won't be coming out till next year, but we are working on the album. Working on a lot of television and film projects. Consulting
Oh,
artists. So just a lot of stuff going on.
okay. Okay.
Yeah, man.
So,
Everybody can follow
James
me on
Worthy.
social media.
RG, King James Worthy. And what's the YouTube? I thought I remember by heart. What's the YouTube?
My YouTube is James Worthy Music. So James Worthy Music on YouTube, King James Worthy on all social media platforms. And all my music is available on all streaming platforms as well. And yeah, man, Gold Mine is taking off right now. Y'all need to go get that copy.
Gold mine. And while y'all trying to secure the bag, you notice he said gold mine because we're going to say the bag equals riches, but gold
Oh
equals
yeah,
wealth.
but even further than that, Gold Mine is about y'all.
Whoop.
Gold Mine is about y'all.
Oh, okay. Look, you said I had to talk with my one earring. I gotta hide the
The
ear.
scratch. We gonna treat y'all like gold mines. Y'all treasure.
Okay.
You feel me?
You know, James. Okay. I already told you. I played some of your music.
We gotta let it be known, baby.
But James, I appreciate it. I appreciate it with your
Oh, no
little
problem. I
swag.
appreciate you having me.
Definitely awesome having you this evening. And we will definitely continue to stay connected and hopefully do some work together with these artists and making
Most
sure
definitely.
that they
Especially now
understand
with this
the
pandemic. We gotta get it popping.
we do. We do indeed. Peace and love, darling. Until
You
next
stay right.
time, be blessed. All right, now that was James Worthy, King James. But look, I I don't even know what to say right now because baby, when I bring this gentleman out here for y'all, and I don't even want to say save the best for last, because tonight everybody was super duper dope. But y'all, this gentleman, baby, I've been listening to this man really since I was a kid. And not just that, he literally has touched and brought so many individuals through this industry. And so y'all already know I'm all about paying homage and honoring the legends of R&B, soul, hip hop, all of that. So when this man comes out, I need y'all to put your virtual hands, knees, feet, arms, legs, put it all together for the real Father MC. What's up, Father MC?
Hey, what's good? What's good?
How are you?
I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed. Thanks for having me too.
No, thank you. Look, thank you for being here with me.
That's what's up.
So
Uh,
look, everybody know Father MC, and if they don't know who you are, I don't know what kind of rock they've been sleeping under. So let's just jump right in.
all right.
Father, tell the churn who Father MC really is in this industry.
Well, I introduced a lot of people. Diddy, Diddy was my A&R. He back up dance for me and treat him like you want to be treated. I bought Jodeci out. I bought Mary J. Blige, Intro, you know, um, Dave Hollister, to name just a few, and the list goes on and on and on. I worked with Ray Parker Jr. I worked with Teddy Riley, Guy, Al, everybody. Everybody with significance. It was there, you know.
Absolutely. And your humility speaks volumes. Every time I watch, I made sure I was like, okay, let me see what Father MC got going on. I said, okay, Father, he's still out here. Let me get it. But you always have something juicy for us. And then your personality and your humility just makes it so much better. How are you able to maintain such a humble demeanor in this industry is full of vultures?
You know, you know, um, the industry is the industry, and it's going to remain the industry, and it's going to catch those who get sucking into it. You know, it's a thing that we hate and we love. You get what I'm saying? Because we ask ourselves when we coming into this game, like we know what we getting into, and if you don't, I suggest that the artists really pay attention to what's going on around them. You know, um, as far as with everything, even everybody, managers, publisher, I mean everyone in this game love what they do so much. You know what I'm saying? Because they love it. But at the end of the day, it comes with a headache. It comes with a headache. It comes with the bullshit. You got to accept the good and the bad. Because when the good comes, it's crazy. It's wonderful. When the bad comes, it's the same shit. You got to accept it. And what I learned to do is, man, I learned to oversee the bad and accept it because it's what I chose. I chose this game. You know what I'm saying? And to work with my biggest joy is to see people that I touch still relevant to this day.
Yes.
You know what I'm saying? And I want to say I watched your interviews for a quick minute because I'm in the studio, so I had to jump off real quick.
Oh,
I was watching you, and the way you interview and you keep doing what you do, shorty. Because tell my man I wanted some of his food too. I seen that okra in his plate too.
he
All
think
right.
I'm playing. Father, I will be in ATL next week. Father, because
I'll be in Atlanta Thursday. I'm flying to Atlanta Thursday, and
so I see Jay backstage. Jay, you make sure, and we're gonna leave it right there. We're gonna leave it there. But I
that's
wanted
what
the food too. I love me some soul food, honey.
that you ain't. Come
Woo.
on, man. Come on. All right. They got me staying in Buckhead and all that shit, but I'm hitting. I used to live in Atlanta, so I know what it is and I know where to go. You know what I mean? So,
I know that's right.
you know, I'm going out there. We got this show. We got this thing called first off, rest in peace to Andre Harrell, the CEO of Uptown.
Yes, yes.
You know, he's if it wasn't him, it wouldn't be no Mary J. Blige. You wouldn't see Diddy, Father
Yep.
MC, Heavy D, none of us. Jodeci, nobody. And that man, he passed away, and he was a great mentor. He was a great friend. He was a great CEO. He was just a great person. And you know, I tell people, everybody asks me how was Uptown. Uptown Records was a movement. We were the new Motown.
Yes.
I mean, when you talk about a label that everybody and their mother wanted to be on, I used to go to Uptown and see people sleeping on the sidewalk just to get in the building. And I used to be like, damn, I used to be like this. You get what I'm saying? That's why I show love to the cats when I go, because I know what it was, because I was them. You know, um, I used to, you know what I used to hate? I used to hate when I wasn't signed and I'd go to record labels and the receptionist used to treat you like shit, like trash. And then when you became somebody, I used to love just walking past without even saying
Hmm.
nothing to them. You know what I'm
Hello?
saying? Like I'm here. You know what I'm saying? And I used to stop and talk to the guys that was waiting in the lobbies. I used to be like, yo, man, don't ever give up. This thing, you could be here talking to me and you could be talking to me in 5 years. Don't ever give up because
Yes,
you
ma'am.
never know when you're going to come in and it's your turn to walk through them doors. You feel me? And sometimes it ain't the right time, you know, and you got to just keep doing it. I stress to people, stay in the kitchen, man. Bake, bake,
Yes.
bake, bake. Even if your album done, your mixtape done, stay in that lab. Bake, 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 cause only gonna get better. And if you stop cause you satisfied, my album's done, then that's you're comfortable being comfortable. When your shit is done, when your shit is done, stay in that studio because you may get something that could be your gold mine that's just lingering. It's just waiting. You know, don't get in your way. Just go and do
Yes.
what you got to do.
Yes.
You know,
You know what, Father? You look now. First, me. I done said it again. First, Meelah started it. Then, Young LA. Y'all on here preaching tonight.
but
Do I need to call this Tuesday night
no, but
Bible study?
I got a crib. Tell Meelah I got a crib in Vegas as well. And I was just telling somebody. I was telling my manager. I was like, yo, what happened to them girls with 702? That singer, man. She had a style and a voice that I hear something that I can get out of her that no one's touched yet. And she's dope, but nobody's touched it yet. And I see it and I hear it. And I
Well, I
want to
gotta
get in
listen to
touch with
y'all.
her. So if she looking, contact me, Meelah, at the Real Father MC, man. I'm always out there. I just left there 2 weeks ago. You know, I got a crib out there and get in the studio. I just want to have a chance to work with you. I know you worked with my cats, Diddy and all of them, but I got something for you though. And
You
I
know what,
write too. My
Father? I
pen
ain't
is
we gonna even
crazy.
wait. We ain't gonna even wait. Cause what I'm about to do right now
That
is I'm about to make sure
part.
that Mila knows
Mm-hmm.
Father MC would like to work with her. Because one of the things that we have to stop doing, today isn't promised. You know, the old folk used to say tomorrow isn't promised. But
Right.
look around us. Today is not promised. So I'm going to make sure right now that she knows.
Facts. Yeah. I
Right
think
now.
she's talented, and I think that she can do it. You know, the industry needs a new female, and she could be that key. You know.
Absolutely. 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 So, Father, I know you're in the studio, but I just want you to tell the people what are you working on now and what's next?
I'm working on the Uptown Beyond. That's the tribute to Andre, where we got everybody. Me and the vice president of Uptown, we got everybody on it from Jodeci to Mary to Casey and JoJo Devante. I mean, we got Anthony Hamilton. We got everybody.
Say.
Right. That part. And then we have, you know, the Beyond part is when Dre after the Uptown thing, then you have him with like Halle Berry. You have,
Mm.
the model, the Tara, we interviewed so many people, and that's why I'm coming to Atlanta because we're editing. We're starting
Okay.
to edit the podcast, and we're gonna put it out, and it's gonna be something that you like. It's crazy, and being on it, we have 12 shows so far in the can. But
Mhm.
listening to everybody's story is just crazy, man.
Okay.
I mean, crazy. It's interesting. It's intriguing, and it tells you their own side of the story. We got the movie. We got the Uptown movie that's coming out on BET. The three
Okay.
mini series, and I'm dropping an album. It's called Black Disney. I'm just waiting for the samples to clear. So,
Yeah.
it's coming out. I got my female, my artist Brienne. She's coming. She's out of Oakland. She's been out here in LA. I'm from New York, but she's
That's
in
right.
Oakland. She's out here now, and we're working on her stuff as well. And we just got some things in the can, man. Getting ready to touch y'all, and God's will, man, that everything goes the way it's supposed to.
Father, I am just so elated to have you here this evening.
Thank you. I'm
You
glad to be
are
here.
a living legend. And see, salute and rest in peace to Andre because, you know,
Yeah.
one of the things that I try to hold firm to, my mother stands right now strong at 81 years old.
Nice, nice,
She had
nice,
me at
nice.
46. And one of the things that she always
Wow.
says is, get up. Honey, my daddy was 56, but we ain't going to go there. But one of the things she always says, Father, is, baby, don't y'all bring me all them flowers when I'm dead. You give me my flowers while I'm living. You here tonight from me and my generation, because I think my generation, we the real last millennials. 85 babies, we the real millennials.
Mhm.
This is for us to pay homage to you because you brought us some dope artists.
Thank you. Thank
Like
you.
the people that you touched them and brought them in such a way that even though we were kids, we still bumping their music in the club today, and the
I,
kids are
I,
listening to it.
I said a joke the other day, and people just stopped for a minute and said, "Oh shit, that's for
Yeah.
real." If it was no father and father didn't have Puff in this video, what would there be a revolt? Would there be a bad? Would there have been a
Mhm.
bad boy? You know what I mean? Like, would there? If I didn't, you know, say what you want, even though they were coming,
Mhm.
I put them out. Like, I put a lot of artists out that were on other artists' stuff before I came, and it
Mhm.
did absolutely nothing. So I took the chance on when labels was like,
Wow.
okay, even though they could sing, they could sing, but yeah, you see, the thing of it is you got to get that record and that chemistry, and when that formula is there, man, it's undeniable. A hit record, you know, it's undeniable. And I call it the juice, man. I call it the hot sauce on your collard greens. I call it the grits. I call it, it's a
Why
formula.
it can't be some chitlins? Why it can't be
Yeah,
hot
give me
sauce
some
on the
chitlins. Yeah. All that I don't eat pork, I do. I do. Talk me to
baby?
death.
Let me tell you something. When
Man.
you grew up in a household with a woman that's cleaning 150 pounds of chitlins at Thanksgiving and Christmas for everybody
Yeah.
in the church, you can't help but love chitlins.
All right. That part. That part.
Oh my gosh, Father, you know what? Thank you again. Please, once again, and just to let you know, I did get a response that says done. So when we're finished, I will make sure that the managers have one another's contact information
Thank you.
and
Blessings.
we can make this thing happen. And oh my gosh, this is going to be brilliant
That's
because you're
crazy
right.
because I just left Vegas. I was out there. I was like
Yay!
2 weeks. Yeah. I got a house out there. So, I'm building a
Okay,
house in Atlanta too as we speak. You
okay,
know,
okay,
yeah. While I'm out there, I'm gonna meet with the builders, tomorrow, this week.
okay, okay.
I mean, not tomorrow, Thursday, because I get in Thursday. And
Oh, wait a minute. So you're going this week.
yeah, yeah.
Oh, I miss you. I'll be there next week.
Oh, see, I'm
Yep.
leaving Monday. I'm leaving Monday.
and I'll get there Wednesday.
I'll have some of that soul food for you.
All right. Now don't look. Don't you don't hold me. You gotta make
All
sure
right.
you get it.
And I'm gonna get Jay to get you the album, some joints off the album, and you check out
Okay. Oh, I appreciate that. Definitely,
for
definitely.
sure.
Make sure you let everybody know where they can find you on social media and YouTube and everything.
Well, I'm new to this social media thing. My go-to was Facebook, Timothy Brown at
I know
Facebook.
that's right.
But then now I just literally hopped on Instagram. It's at the real Father MC, and I do answer back because I'm curious to see how this Instagram thing work. You know what I mean? So I am on it, and an artist. I mean, if I really have the time, because I'm crazy, my schedule is crazy busy, but I will get back at you and help y'all as much as possible.
He
So,
definitely
you know,
will.
I definitely will. You know what I'm saying? So y'all stay blessed, and I just like to say to your format and what you're doing, keep doing what you're doing because you're doing a great thing for the artists, myself as well, and you're doing things that right now people are paying attention to y'all because they're home, so they're forced to do this social media thing. You know what I'm
Thank-
saying? So what you're doing, you just keep it up, man. All right. And
All
say
right.
hello to that young lady. I'm gonna see you hopefully.
That's
All right.
right. You already you look. You got the hook up. Holler if you hear me.
That's what's up. God bless y'all, man.
And we look. We will not until we meet again. We will see one another soon.
Absolutely.
Yes,
Absolutely.
yes, yes. And
One.
shout out
Yes.
to Jay for making it all happen. Thank you guys tonight. Father, you know what? I'm going to let you take us out with your joy, your jewels, and your justice. Y'all have a wonderful evening, ladies and gentlemen.